Hello, I was sent on behalf of the Nocturnal Beast Help Service. I hope you don't mind the interruption, but I see you're struggling to go to sleep. Again. According to your file, it's been exactly 780 days since your last night of full sleep. That's a long time. You're unusually calm for someone who just had their house broken into too. This is a real situation I have on my hands. Let me get the guidebook. Have you tried different methods to help you fall asleep? Meditating, reading, limiting your screen time an hour before you go to sleep? Maybe leaving your phone far away from your bed so you aren't tempted to look at it while you're struggling to fall asleep. I see. You're a tough case to crack, but don't worry, I'll be here to help you, whether that's with going to sleep or waiting for you to pass out from sleep exhaustion. Preferably from the first one. It'll look bad on my record if you do the second one. Now it's important to let go of muscle tension while keeping a tight grip on your unresolved anger issues. Close your eyes, keep a deep breath in. 3, 2, 1. Do you feel a bit better now? Not let go of anything you shouldn't have? Is your need for physical touch still there? Good. Speaking of the need for physical touch, would you like some? You can lay your head on my lap, or you can come in my arms. I've been told my fluff around my neck is comfortable to rest on. Or to wrap you in my wings. It is not as comfy as a heart piece, more delicate, so if you move around in your sleep, it is best you won't sleep in my wings. Or anywhere near me. Moths are delicate creatures. Now, do you want to rest your head on my lap, or should I start listing other ways that could help you fall asleep? Maybe prepare a lavender tea, or lavender scented stuff. It says in the handbook those help humans get sleepy. Very well, come. You can rest your head on my lap just for a moment while I can list more relaxing things that I can think of. There is listening to those ASMR things. I never quite understood them, but I hear some humans find them relaxing from previous humans I have helped. Voice more soother than butter, or rain sounds to wash the day away. Soft, warm voices, or perhaps more daring tale to fill your brain with something to dream about. Tales of possessive lovers, fights a couple may not heal from, a relationship that can never be, or perhaps a softer tale, a budding romance, a long-awaited confession between friends or enemies, if that's more your tale. Humans do seem to show a liking towards those tales. The idea of someone loving you not in spite of your faults, but perhaps intrigued by them, to someone and then to fall for them, and the faults being the very thing that drew them in. Or that waiting, longing for the perfect moment to confess. That slow build-up over days, months, or even years between a couple destined to be. Or those couples forced together, arranged marriages, and argue every moment until the snap, and confess their unavoidable attraction to one another. Enjoying every moment they argue and battle one another with their sharp insults. But what am I to say? I simply observe what helps humans fall asleep and listen to their tales. If this conversation is boring to you, I can read from my book, How to Make a Human Fall Asleep for Dummies. I have found it helpful in my work. It has all the best tips and tricks, how to help a human relax, what positions they find most comfortable to sleep in, the perfect environment for them to rest in, all those kinds of subject. Well, it's important conversation you want. I can tell you information I've learned from my book. Let me think. What subject to talk to a human about from my book? About human relaxing. For example, a warm blanket, a weighted one, helps the human feel as if there was pressure on them, forcing them to stay in bed. A feeling that may reflect on their emotion needs to. The urge to stay in bed and not to sleep is a powerful one for humans, or so I hear. But then one might find more comfortable in plushies, large or small, but it never really is about the size, more about the comfort it brings. Whether that be in the form of an animal or a character plush, they hold away their loneliness, even for just a moment. The sense that they are not alone in this world or this room. Well, some humans do like being alone, prefer it. But no one can deny that sometimes. The touch of another is all some of a human's need. I'm glad this is helping you, human. Although, don't tell my boss this. I suppose it wouldn't be too bad if you were not to fall asleep tonight. You could go to sleep during the day. Being nocturnal isn't too bad when you really think about it. You humans like the light, and well, soon you could come to replace the sunlight with the moonlight, which is just the sun's light reflecting on the moon. You could have a dozen stars in the sky all at once, rather than just one. The sky is blue in both, just one a deeper shade. And it's not like you wouldn't be sleepless. You'd be getting plenty of rest. I hope just in the day rather than the light. Would make shopping in a person a pain, but you could still do it. And would get harder in the summertime with there being more daylight. Right, getting off track. Keep the conversation boring and easy to fall asleep to. But that seems to have been working. Your breathing has steadied. Your eyes are closed, and you haven't been moving around as much on my lap. All of those signs that you're ready to fall asleep, which means I am doing my job well. Since you are ready to fall asleep, I suppose I should be off now. Oh, I almost forgot you on my lap. This is a predicament. I need to make sure you fall asleep, so I guess I have to stay while you rest on me. I'm sure my boss wouldn't mind, since I'm technically doing my job. Very well, that settles it. I'll stay here while you sleep, watching over you. Follow that light, human. That light into your dreams where endless possibility await for you. Good night, human. I'll be here while you finally get some sleep.